Hey graphic designers, this is Mr. Granlund here, and I'm going to go over some things that will help you in your character design. Now I've been working on this penguin character, and I drew it using the brush tool, and I'm going to block this in using some different tools to help me get some nice sharp lines. So I'm going to start by using some of my marquee tools, my selection tools up here. Now using these tools will give you really nice sharp shapes to create. So I'm going to start with my polygon lasso tool. Now this is a sketch that I did with my pencil and I like it, and I'm just going to outline my shape with the polygon lasso tool. And fill it in with the color. Now I can go to Edit and Fill, and I can use whatever color I want. I'm going to make this a dark blue and click OK. Now I have kind of the basic shape of my character. I can also create a bit of a shadow using this same tool as well. So I still have my selection here, and I'm going to hold the Alt button and create a line where I want the shadow to go. And I circle all the way around, come back to the beginning, and what that does is it subtracts this part of the selection, and I'd have a little shadow on this side of the leg here too. I'm going to just go ahead and paint that with a darker color. Or I can go to Edit and fill that with a darker color. Now already I have some really nice lines to work with. Now you might be using shapes to create your character. And so you might have your drawing, like I have this picture here. And you can use one shape at a time. And then fill those shapes in with whatever color you want. And feel free to use as many layers as you feel you need to. Using extra layers is going to make your life a lot easier. So I'm just using the oval marquee tool here. And maybe I'll make a new layer. So maybe this will be the head layer. Maybe make a different layer for maybe a different layer for the body. And to get that nice lighter color belly, maybe I will merge these two layers. So I have the head and body together. Hold Control, click on there to set a selection for everything that's on that layer, and then subtract this area for the white belly there, and maybe fill that Edit, Fill with black. That's looking pretty sweet too. So there's a lot of ways that you can use shapes and subtract other shapes from it to create really interesting shapes. Now another tool that's a little bit tricky to use but it can also make really nice smooth shapes is the pen tool. So if I click on the pen tool, as I click, it creates what's called a path. If I click and hold and drag it out, you see it comes with these handlebars. And what it does is it smooths out the line in between those 2 points and those handlebars. So you can get very nice smooth shapes. Now when working with the pen tool, there's an extra couple of steps involved that you need to be careful of. So right now, nothing's happened with that. If I go to the right side and I go to Window and I go to Paths, it'll show me this path. Now in order to make this like a drawing or fill it in, I have to click these down here or click the flyout menu up here. So if I click fill, it's going to fill with whatever the foreground color is. So I switch it, it'll fill it with that color. If I want to stroke the path, I'm going to click this outline circle here, and that'll stroke the path with the brush tool. And if I want to make that path a selection, I can click this button right here, and it'll change that path into a selection that we can then fill and use like we have with the other selections. You can also find these tools in the flyout menu up at the top. So if I click on the path, it gives me fill path, make selection, stroke path, and other tools there as well. Hopefully these tools will help you in your character creation.